What's up, folks? This is the McDojo Chronicles, and today I want to talk about or read the last correspondence I had with my former McDojo and everything. So, to explain, before I get into the email messages, my last day at the place, I was sparring a guy, and he was just pushing and shoving, and he wasn't doing any of the moves. It was just kind of like a shoving match and everything. And the guy pushed me into a large utility fan, which probably stood about, say, about 4.5 feet tall, probably about 3 feet wide and everything. So I could have really got hurt and everything. So I by that time I already had it up past my head. I was already had enough. Already figured out that they was in the dojo, and I just couldn't take it no more. And after that last sparring match, that just pushed me over the edge, and I flipped out. I was cussing and fussing and everything, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I had other people, like parents and other people that was sitting in the stands, was telling me, yeah, I was right to get upset because they saw what happened. They saw the guy pushing me over and everything, and sparring dirty and not using no type of technique or no type of nothing that we so-called learned and everything. It was just like a shoving match. You can do that out on the doggone street shoving each other. But anyway, I'm about to get into these email correspondence. So hold on, let me bring it on up. All right, so this happened a few years ago. It been years ago since I attended this place. So um, here we go. So this is my email to him, telling him I was leaving, and I was trying to be nice about it, and everything. So here we go. My phone has been acting up, so I decided to email you. We will not be attending your academy anymore. There are things in our life that needs to be handled, and we are planning on moving soon. We truly appreciate you and Destry, what you and Destry has done for us. Please remove us from the automatic pay. Again, thank you for everything. We learned a lot, but sometimes life pulls you in a different direction. Alright, so that's my first email telling him that I was leaving. This is before I even decided to do the McDojo Chronicles channel and everything. I didn't mention before that I did create a YouTube channel to place up the spar matches for this particular place and everything, and it was allowed and everything. So I did that for them. But anyway, and I also, when I go to the McDojo master, his messages, he's gonna try to appear to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Which he seems to be nice, but he's really a businessman. He's a wolf in sheep clothing. Okay, so here we go. He says, "Yes, sir. It was great having you the time you was with us, sir. I'm not sure what happened last Wednesday, but I hope you found harmony in your journey in that future direction. I would truly miss you guys and the time we had together. Please feel free to call, write, or to visit. I'm always here to help you if you need me, or to help me and my wife, alright, if you needed me. Alright." So then he writes another email, and this is what I really didn't like. Alright, let's see. I don't went down too far. Alright, he wrote, "Is there any chance for you two to stay until you receive your black belts in the spring? I was planning on inviting you two. Well, I'm sorry. I was planning on inviting the two of you to test at our next one." Alright, so we left in the month of December. All right. So, and we was red belts with a black stripe. So by the spring, which was only probably 3 months down the line, he wanted to test for our black belts. All right, so that's, I'm giving you the time frame of how fast he was gonna try to move us from red belt to black belt. All right, so let's see, where is the rest of it at? Okay, here we go, and this is my response. I said, no, we are just red belts with a black stripe. There will be no honor in skipping to black belt by the spring. No disrespect, but that is how we feel. We appreciate it, but we have to decline. That's not the way we want it. Again, we appreciate everything you all have done for us. What happened Wednesday was not a factor to our decision. Thanks for everything. But what happened did push me over the ledge, and you know, I wanted to go. And before that, my wife, she was missing a couple classes because she was feeling unfulfilled herself though. So then he wrote, no problem, sir. You will be surprised to know how much you actually know compared to other black belts in the industry. My offer for you earning a black belt within that time frame would have been earned, not given. All right. And, and when I read that, I really knew he was full of crap. I really knew he was full of crap. You know, that would have been just giving. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to work. Me and my wife wanted to work and get our black belts, you know, at the right time. Not because he's trying to keep us there because we was two of his top students there. And that's not what we wanted to do. You know, we did not want to become black belts in 3 months from a red belt. You know, we still had to go through brown belt, and there are a couple of little stripes, and then we had to still become a deputy black belt and go through their little couple of stripes. You know what I'm saying? And that should have took longer. That takes longer. Anyway, you ain't supposed to get a black belt until about 4 or 5 years anyway. You know, and that would have been like 2 years, and we would have had a black belt a little bit under 2 years. Skipping belts, where he probably would have gave us a brown belt, and then skipped us after that. 6 weeks later, skipped us up to brown belt, and then 6 weeks later, skipped us up to deputy black belt. You know, which is not cool, and I didn't think that was fair either. But you know, so that was the end of that correspondence. You know, just to let y'all know, I'm just remind y'all that they did promote every 6 weeks. All right, but you know, a lot of these quote unquote McDojo masters, they are put on to be nice, and they might be nice people, seem to be on the outside, but on the inside they have an ulterior motive. You know, me and my wife and a couple other people was being used to bring other people because we seemed to know what we was doing, or we looked, I guess, good at that particular place, you know. So let me go on to this next one. So, all right, like I said before, we did a channel for his dojo and everything, trying to be nice, trying to help him out with his business and everything. And so what happened is that he tried to get the channel taken down, or he tried to get me to transfer the channel over to him after all the work I did. All right, so all right, this is my correspondence. Because when I went on, I saw the message on the YouTube channel saying that it was like what was the logo infringement or some type of infringement, you know, and that's all. But okay, I wrote to him. I said the channel was now changed. All videos are down. There is absolutely no mention of your business on my channel. Do you feel vindicated now? But anyways, peace. So right there, I was pissed for the simple fact that he did that he tried to do some infringement on me, and you know that wasn't cool. You know, that wasn't cool. So then he tried to come back all nice and say, I have no idea what I did wrong, sir. I feel that I was always there for you. You know, he feel that he was there for us, but he was using us. You know, he was using us, you know, and he wasn't teaching us correctly like he promised and everything. So then he write back later and said, and see, at this point, you know, because I felt like he did me wrong, I decided to do the McDojo Chronicles. So, you know, I changed the name to the McDojo Chronicles. So he writes, it still shows DC Martial Arts as the YouTube channel, and it points to the McDojo Chronicles. Please change the title name as soon as possible, sir. Alright. Alright. So then I wrote, nothing was wrong until you did this. Like I said, you should have contacted me about the video. Alright, it was a video that I did trying to pull more people to the channel, but I guess he didn't like it. So since he didn't like the video, he tried to do some infringement on me. But anyway, alright, let me start over. Nothing was wrong until you did this. Like I said, you should have contacted me about the video, not contact Google and request the whole channel be removed and say that I blocked you from the channel. Do you know how much work I put into those videos? That was backhanded. I changed the name. Google has to finish it. So it's going to take time for the name to change, but it will change. Alright. So you know, then he wrote, I thought you were mad at me for some reason. People brought to my attention that our logo was changed on the YouTube channel. So I had Destry send an email to you to add us as administrators. When you didn't answer, I thought you was upset with me about something. Then videos that didn't pertain to our business start appearing. I also sent a message to you, but you didn't reply a few days ago. Again, when you didn't answer, I thought you was upset with me. And the thing about I never received anything from him, and I only did one video that quote unquote didn't pertain to his business. Alright, so I ended up writing him back, and I said, I did not receive anything from you or Destry. Only one video was different, and that was the last one I put out. When I started this channel, I gave you and Destry the admin information, but I guess now you can create your own DCMA channel. But what you did was very backhanded, and now I do not trust you. You could have called also. I gave you that much respect and did not receive the same courtesy back that my wife and I extended to you. You and Destry are always assuming. It's called a phone call. You could have gotten all my channels closed down because my name is attached. It would not look good on me to get, yeah, there we go, trademark. He gave me trademark strike. It would not look good on me to get a trademark strike. I do make money from my other channels, and you almost made us lose that stream of income. You almost set my business back. So you really do not understand what you did. Apology is accepted, but can't trust people like you. Thank you for teaching us the basics, and maybe somewhere down the line we'll check you out, but life is leading us in a different direction. I will never ever check that guy out again. I promise you that. So here we go again. He said, I called you twice in the last 2 weeks, but I got a recording that said Magic Jack was unavailable. Alright, and I already sent him an email that said my phone was acting up. He had 2 of my email addresses, so he could have emailed me too if my phone was acting up, you know. Then he said, I even sent a message to what I thought was your cell phone, but your nephew replied, and he said that, you know, that I wasn't there anymore, whatever that supposed to mean. Now my question is, why would he call my nephew's cell phone when he already had my phone number? You know, he already had my phone number. Alright, then he said, you are a hard person to contact, which is not true. Then he said, I never received any admin instructions or passwords from you, sir, or we would never have contacted you, which is bullcrap, because when I first made the channel, I gave them the information. I gave them the information. So what the problem was in the first place is that I changed the logo of the YouTube channel which I was running and everything. It wasn't the McDojo Chronicles yet. It wasn't even, I wasn't even thinking about doing that at that time. So I just changed the logo because a lot of people weren't watching, so I was trying to switch things up to bring more attention to the channel and everything. But I guess he didn't like it, so he decided to try to give me trademark infringement for some reason, you know. So, you know, that would really push me to do the McDojo Chronicles. Alright. Like I said again, he tried to sound nice, he tried to sound courteous, but he is a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, he is a straight McDojo, as you can see from all the videos. You know, he was barely hands-on with us, and the person that was really hands-on with us was the assistant instructor. All right, that I really don't have an issue with, you know, but you just have to be careful of these type of people, because they try to make themselves seem like they just a good person, whether they male or female. You know, as soon as something go a way they don't feel is right, instead of rightfully contacting you or getting in contact with you, they're going to try to do some backhanded stuff and give you a trademark strike, when it was us who did all the recording. It was us who did all the editing. It was us who did that, you know. And guess what they doing now? They're recording their classes now, which is still McDojo, because now they showing them breaking boards and everything like that. McDojo, you know. But yeah, that was the last correspondence and everything. It was another email that he did send me, but for some reason I cannot find it and everything. But when I changed, when I got that trademark thing, oh yeah, I changed it straight to McDojo Chronicles. I knew for like a month or two I was at McDojo. I just didn't really know how to leave, or you know what I'm saying. But that last sparring match, because if you understand that I'm not that big of a guy. I was, you know, I usually walk around about 175, and I'm 5'8", but during that time I was about 150. So a lot of people that sparred me, they would just rush me and just try to push me around, and that's it. It was like, how are we supposed to spar what we learn if that's all you doing? You know, and that gets tiring. You know, that's get tiring, because you can't really do anything when people are pushing you around. When you can't kick hard enough to keep people off you, you know, if you just tip tap kicking, people just gonna run straight through those kicks, and then you're not allowed to throw jabs to discourage people from, you know, rushing in on you. There was a lot of things that led me up to the point to want to leave, because it's like a lot of the tools that we could use was taken away when other people can, you know, do dirty things, you know. And I can't throw a jab, I can't throw an elbow, I can't throw a knee, you know, I can't kick hard. I got the tap kick, you know. So it just wasn't right, you know. And me and my wife was feeling used. We was feeling used because the dude promised us that he was going to, you know, teach us like the way he was taught and everything. But he never fulfilled that promise. He never fulfilled that promise, you know. And, you know, when you start feeling unfulfilled, out of place, when you start feeling like, what am I doing here? I don't feel like I'm getting any better. Why am I being presented like I'm a black belt? Why am I beating black belts, second degree black belts, third degree black belts? You know, if this is a self-defense place, why aren't we using our hands? If boxing is part of your curriculum, why aren't we boxing? You know, if Muay Thai is part of the curriculum, why aren't we doing that? You know, why aren't we doing that? And it's just like, it's just like slowly, like, I don't know, it just, because at first we used our hands, and just like slowly and slowly we stopped using our hands, and we were just basically kickers, you know, just kicked, you know. But you know, I remember whenever we used punches, people wouldn't run in so much on us, you know. But with the tip tap, kicking, the like some people say, the tag you're it type stuff, and lightly pity pat, and people's gonna run through that, you know. And if you was kicking, like if you're kicking hard or even medium, and you got no gear on, nobody's gonna run through your kick. Nobody's gonna try to run through your front push kick. Nobody's just gonna run through your roundhouse. They're gonna back up because it hurts. If you allow the punch to the face, jab to the face, anything, they're not gonna come in so much like that, because every time they come in, they're gonna get jabbed in the face. But that was taken away from us, you know. That was taken away. So it's like, I just want to share that with y'all and everything. It was a really underhanded thing that he did. You know, it was a lot of broken promises. It was just, I don't know, the last couple months I didn't have fun. I didn't have fun there. Me or my wife didn't have fun there, you know. And feeling unfulfilled, feeling like we wasn't getting better and everything. So, you know, one thing come to another. I blew up. I was tired of it. You know, I tried to be nice I could tell I'm leaving. He didn't give me the same respect as far as the channel, because we could have worked things out as far as how the channel was. But when you give me a trademark strike when I have other channels that's connected, that's a problem, and that's underhanded, you know. Because any other time you can get in contact with me, either through the phone or through the email. And the contact that he tried to say he did never do. He never sent us the email, he never gave us a phone call, and he tried to give us a trademark strike, trying to take us down because we did something with the channel that he didn't like, which wasn't nothing at all but changing the doggone logo and making one video trying to pull people in. So, you know, you got to beware of people like that. Alright, they might seem nice, but they're wolves in sheep clothing. So, you know, again, this is what I want to share with all y'all and everything. Alright, y'all hit that subscribe button, that like button. Y'all go ahead and check out the McDojo Chronicle store and everything. Show us some support and some love, and help us spread the knowledge and awareness of McDojos, so people won't be wasting their time or their money learning watered down BS. Alright, this is the McDojo Chronicles, signing out.